Two people were killed in a helicopter crash in central London today. Eyewitnesses say that the helicopter clipped a building crane on top of a tower block just south of the River Thames and then came crashing down at Vauxhall train station. Well, Dipti Kapadia has been down at the scene and Peter Evans has been following events. Dipti, first of all, what was it like down there?
I got there shortly after the crash actually happened. Police had cordoned off the area. You could see crowds starting to build up, and if you took a look up into the sky, you could see that crane covered in fog, but you could also see smoke as well. I actually spoke to an eyewitness that saw it happen, so let's go to his clip now.
Basically, I saw a helicopter was flying so fast, which is, I just keep my eye up always, and I saw crash into a tower crane building. That was heavy fog morning. No one, I don't think so. The driver saw that crane's arm, so it just went bang. That was a loud sound I ever seen. I never heard that.
So, Peter, what's the latest on casualties?
Well, as you said, 2 deaths, one of whom was the helicopter pilot and another was someone in close proximity to the building. The police haven't confirmed whether there were any passengers on the helicopter yet. It was a commercial flight, but that's likely to come out sometime today, I'd guess. And on top of that, there were 9 other casualties. The latest is 6 of which have gone to hospital, and one of which is critical, so a very serious.
Essentially, these were people who were on the ground.
People on the ground, yeah.
Hit by the helicopter coming down. Yeah. So how many people were actually in the helicopter? Do we really know yet?
No, the police have yet to confirm. It seems likely, as it was a commercial flight, that there would have been passengers, but again, the police haven't confirmed. The flight was diverted from its original route from Surrey, south of London, to Hertfordshire, which is north of London. It was diverted to Battersea, which there's a helipad in Battersea, which is very near to where the crash happened. It was likely because it was a misty day, but again, the police are being quite cautious on what they do confirm.
Yeah, the witnesses I spoke to said it was a really foggy day, and he had heard from someone that the pilot couldn't see something, and so there were a lot of speculations.
It was almost sort of just first light, wasn't it, in the morning? So.
And I gather that the police were actually looking in the river itself.
Yeah, they were trawling the river immediately after, I think, Dipti saw.
Yeah, I saw 2 police boats and a fireboat as well, and that was around about 10:30, so they were patrolling back and forth right where the crane was.
I mean, what is interesting here, Dipti, is that this is 8 o'clock in the morning. This is rush hour in London, any other big city. A very busy part of London, but there were only actually 2 fatalities.
Yeah, luckily there was only 2 fatalities. It's a really crowded area, like you said. Vauxhall Station's right there. As soon as I got there, you can hear the announcement saying all bus service, train service, everything was stopped.
Because there's an underground there as well as an overground.
Yeah.
So it is a big
busy
junction there.
A lot of the commuters made their way out, and you could see them taking pictures on their phones and things like that. So it got pretty crowded quickly.
What's also interesting, of course, is that is where Vauxhall Bridge is, and that's a major connection between North and South London. Was traffic still running on that bridge, or I assume that was all came to a stop?
There was only pedestrian traffic running, no cars. They were all the cars were blocked off in all directions.
The whole area was gridlocked.
Yeah, I managed to get a taxi there and then ran
across. You had to foot it across the bridge. Well, Peter, what is interesting as well is that there have already been calls for review of the amount of helicopters that fly over London and the amount of all these building cranes that you see all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. Kate Hoey, who's the Member of Parliament for Vauxhall, has called for a review into the number of helicopters allowed to fly over London, given the proliferation of building works and skyscrapers going on in London. So we'll have to see whether this changes anything.
Dipti, Peter, thank you very much indeed.